And something I hear a lot too is, well, you know, I'm getting myself out there. You know, I'm meeting people and I'm surrounding myself by people. They all happen to be in the exact same boat that I am. And so I'm interested from your perspective in the work that you've done. You hear people talk about, well, what you want to do is surround yourself by people who are in the place that you want to be in. You know, that have achieved success, maybe who have been in your shoes, but have gone on to get beyond that point in their lives and achieve whatever it is that they've gotten to. So, you know, where do you find that middle ground where a group of people who are in your position is going to be helpful to you? You have the empathy, you have the, you know, I understand what you're going through, but at the same time wanting to balance that with wanting to surround yourself by, you know, potentially people who have gotten beyond where you are and gotten to a place where you would like to be at some point. Sure,
yeah. So, you know, some people that we follow, like Dan Miller and some others, they talk a lot about the power of mastermind groups. And a mastermind group is simply maybe some friends or colleagues or just people trying to do the same thing that meet together on a regular basis, and you're kind of in a shared journey. You know, I think that model works really well for people. I do think there's a sense where, you know, you want to find someone that has done it and then kind of want to do what they did. It's just like anything else. We want to find that model and then, you know, don't recreate the wheel, just do what they did. Now, but in some cases too, and again, so I work, you know, in my role as a therapist, I work a lot with people that there's blocks, there's some things, there's fears. All of us have got our blind spots, and all of us have fears, and there's just certain things that are going to make us feel a little more vulnerable than others, or there's things that are going to make us feel younger than our, you know, adult selves. And so, you know, so part of what I like to do with people is we just acknowledge those things. We don't want to pour more shame onto that, but say, we get it. Like, these are things that are going to be hard for you. And you know what? When you bump up against those tough spots, we're going to be there with you, and we're going to gently help to keep you moving, because we have to kind of keep moving. You know, they say that, you know, courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the ability to move forward despite the fear. So we are going to have fear, and just because we have fear doesn't mean it's not the right thing to do. It just means that we need some help kind of getting through that. So I guess to answer your question, yes, we need people that can kind of hear our stories. They know us to an extent where they know our weak spots and they can have empathy for that, but they're not going to let us use that as an excuse. So we hear you, how can we work with you this, but we all have to keep taking action and moving forward.
And it sounds like regardless of whom you choose to surround yourself by, the key factor is that it's other people. That there are other people involved, that this isn't you sitting by yourself in front of a computer saying, okay, what next? How am I going to turn my dream into reality? That it's linking arms with people, and it's taking people to lunch, and it's finding like-minded individuals and people who are in your shoes now and people who have gotten beyond that point, you know, that can show you what it's like to have your dreams really come true. And whether that's in person, again, via books that you've purchased and read, podcasts. There are so many ways to find those groups of people, find those mentors, and suddenly it's like you have an entire support group that you had never considered having before, just because you've reached out to the people who, again, are in your shoes, or looking to get where you're going or have been there.